Hey there guys, and thanks for joining me today on Circuit Spa-Francorchamps. We're doing the Ferrari GT2 online, and I have a pretty cool match for you today. And I flung a couple of really cool angles together to give you a nice little race overview with some onboards and some TV cameras. As you can see here, I am starting 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th position. And there's a couple of cars around me, just the guys in front. We're going to call them red, and we're going to call them blue. It's a blue BMW and another red Ferrari, and I'm in a red-yellow Ferrari. And yeah, just enjoy this, and I'll commentate as we go along. There's some really nice battles in there, so I hope you enjoy. So everyone is off pretty good. I have a relatively good start. There's a top-down view. As you can see, there's a white guy coming in on the inside there. He brakes a little bit later than me, and I steer in pretty sharp there. I probably should have stayed out a little bit wider. I decided to run off track right there on the green. Here's a replay from my camera angle. So throughout this, I'll give you a lot of little replay moments. You can see the replay in the top there. I steer in here a little bit too sharp. Here it is from the guy in white. As you can see, he has a good start, and he brakes relatively late and shoots in between there. This is where I hit him, but he also hits the guy in blue on the side there, squeezes through. And in general, it's relatively clean. I mean, let's not pay attention to the back there. There's me. Cutting the track limits just a little bit, which is, I would say, allowed in public multiplayer. Everybody does it. So this server has cold tires, no tire blankets, very cold track. So a lot of skidding. As you can see, this guy is the red guy that will be with us. He goes around, there he emerges back onto the track. And that's me right in front of him. Mr. White's coming in the side here. Cold tires, you have a lot of understeer, especially the first 2-3 rounds. I still make a lot of mistakes in this. I have a lot of locked up tires. I steered in towards the apex a little bit too soon, pretty often. Which does prove I have a lot to learn still, but also I need to work on my pedal work still. I have some problems with my brakes. Finding the sweet spot just before locking up. Oversteer, understeer here. Same for the blue. And now the field is starting to widen a little bit. We all have a little bit more room to play around, warming up our tires, but also trying to stick with the field and not get left behind. A huge lockup from me, running completely wide, staying into the track though, but Mr. Red behind me crawled up close. Here it is in the replay. Only just managed to stay on track. From red guy's camera point of view. It really does suck when you're being attacked, of course, because you'll be driving different lines, even if only a little bit. I want to stick with the guy in front, but luckily in this case, red has a little bit of oversteer, goes wide, and speeding up, I managed to catch up to blue a little bit more. I'll spare you all the boring bits. Now in front of the blue is this white guy. And he has, I would think, a technical difficulty of some kind. So we have blue, then we have me, and then we have red right behind. So let's look on board with Mr. White. And he's in 4th gear right now, and he's not shifting up. Instead, he's letting go of the pedal. Blue guy passes him. He's stuck in 4th gear. Merges back onto the racing line and starts racing again. So it's very confusing. He is in the race. No idea what he was doing there. So this is me. Getting closer to Mr. White as well. Speed up to some action. This guy's driving relatively erratic. Hits a lot of curb at times. And a lot of edgy turns. At this point, it looks like he's going to give me some room. And brakes early. I lock up though. But in general, it was a nice pass. Here it is from the replay. That's me behind him. He lets go of the acceleration for just a tad, which gives me the edge over him. He's got a very unstable car, it looks like. And this is Mr. Red right behind. That's blue, turning a turn. And that's me, white and red. Mr. White again, staring into the turn really awkwardly. I don't know if that was an attempt at a defensive line, but didn't look good. White goes wide. And here we are on board with Mr. Red. Mr. Red has a really good setup and he drives really patiently. Compliments to his driving style. So at the moment we've passed two guys. This white and this red, so that would put us in 6th place. White goes wide again, red overtakes, very clean. And there we have a moment from white, a huge drift, stays on track. Let's look at that in slow motion. Really nice shot. Alright, let's fast forward to some excitement again. Red guy behind me is driving a lot better than I am. It's getting closer and closer. During qualifying as well, obviously. He qualified in front of me, so he has better lap times. And I'm not crawling up to blue, but there, blue has a mistake. Bit of a crash it looks like. Let's check that out in the replay. There he comes. Onto the sand, loses traction. Hits the sidewall, keeps his nose facing forward luckily, and manages to continue. Now there we are behind him, catching up. Red makes an attack. And I lock up again. So focused on my rear mirror. He overtakes. A huge rookie mistake. So focused on him behind me. I see him turn in. I brake too late. Interesting enough, blue BMW in front of me does the same. You can see some smoke. And there my right front tire as well locking up. It's a nice image. I don't know if I locked up just because I braked too fast or whether it's because of blue guy also locking up. Here it is from red guy's perspective. I go wide, I stay clean off out of his way and merge in behind him. More lock up. Lock up, lock up, lock up. I've driven this car with various setups. I've had setups where I could brake full power due to the camber on the wheel and not locking up. But with this setup, this is actually somebody else's setup, which is a lot faster in the turn, but it needs a lot of taking care of when you're braking. There, an overtake attempt from red. Almost loses the car. Now blue, I have to give him compliments for his defensive driving style. He tends to stick on the defensive side really well, not giving a good opportunity for his opponent. Drives very solid as well. Red, on the other hand, has more erratic movement on the wheel. You can see his car bouncing around. And obviously blue is keeping him back, which means that I get the stick on the 6 of Mr. Red as well. It's very cold, very foggy here in Spa at this point. Cold track temperatures, running soft tires. Should have mentioned it's a 10-lap race. Nice little train here. Didn't drive the cleanest of turns there, so I've lost some distance, unfortunately. Blue goes wide, so does everyone else. Another one of those points where track limits are not often respected. Let's hop on board with red as he crawls closer here. He always comes out of this turn really well. Very smooth, very controlled. Blue stays on the defensive line. Goes wide a little bit. Brakes late. Red can go on the outside, but obviously he can't overtake on the outside there, so he sticks behind him. Tries again, but blue blocking the inside line. Red staying behind once more. Pretty good job from both drivers there. Red in the slipstream. Let's see what he can do. Again, blue picking defensive line there, so red has to go on the outside, but there isn't a lot of room, especially on the turn coming up. You just can't stay here, so he concedes, stays back. Very well defensive driving. Blue, however, overshoots a little bit. Now in front, this happens. A huge spin. Everybody is in the way there. This is blue. Hits him, but can keep driving. Here's red. Turns on the left side. Goes around. Tries to merge back onto the track. But look at it from my perspective. Here I am. I'm staying on the outside. I try and give room. I still get hit, however. He pushes me. I spin a little bit, but he keeps me on the track. I keep driving. Again, from red's perspective, he bumps me, and I'll leave it up to you to choose whether you think this is just a normal racing incident or whether I should have left extra room. Here it is from a wider angle. You can see red turning into the turn, pretty sharp back onto the track. I probably could have left a little bit more room, but I did not see him on the side with my single monitor setup. So very difficult. Let me know what you think. Now, unfortunately, at this point, blue holds in a little bit because he's like, let's see if I can give back to, or, you know, keep them close to me, but he realizes we're all just racing, so he continues. At this point, Mr. Red starts shit-talking to me and saying I shouldn't have done what I did. So I'm looking at the chat, I make a mistake, go off the track. Obviously I'm not happy, so I choose to let Mr. Blue go back in front. But I hate that, you know, I shouldn't have the chat open. I should keep it closed, and I don't know. Let me know what you think about what happened. On with the race. Blue goes wide a little bit, allows me to get closer just a bit. Another group coming up in front. I'm hoping if they can block the other guys, we might be able to win some there. So again, at this point we are in 6th position. Fifth. In the slipstream of Blue here, he does the same as what happened to Mr. Red. I have to go on the outside, and I realize I won't have anywhere to go, so I let go of the gas, but he still bumps me. I probably should have left a little bit more room. I wouldn't say there's any mistake on Blue's part there. All in all, I think it's just good racing. So in front, this happens. One guy tries to overtake, gets bumped. And that's us, Blue and myself. So another position 1 that puts us in 4th position. I keep turning into this turn a little bit too early. Meaning I don't hit the apex on the outside. I can't go on the accelerator quick enough. Good racing here. Now Blue's being held up, and I'm hoping this can open the door. I try and stick on an aggressive line there, but no point. Blue tries to go on the outside, gets hit. Leaves no room for me. I get hit as well. I go on the outside there. Managed to keep it on the track, unfortunately. One was taken out. That puts us in 3rd position. Blue in 1st. He has a bad turn in. Hits me there. I don't think there was much I could have done. Here in the replay you can see he gets on the curb. Bounces back onto the track. Hits me. But it ends pretty well. Now I can see he's coming in too hot, and I don't dare turn in. I think if I would have, he would have hit me. He hits the other guy off the track. Very, very sad. Blue in 1st. Myself in 2nd. Crashy guy in 3rd. And there's the other guys. Unfortunately for Red that he gave up. I would have liked him to continue racing. But let me know what you think. I think all in all, this was a really exciting and excellent race. A lot to learn from my own driving, as well as the incidents took place. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.